live harmoniously irrespective of religious affiliation. Governor Sanwo-Olu made a call during the State House 2025 special Ramadan prayer with the theme, "My Lord, indeed I am, whatever good you would send me in need," drawn from Quran chapter 28 verse 24. The governor enjoined Muslim faithful to pray for peace of the state and imbibe the lessons of Ramadan in accordance to the ideals of Holy Prophet Muhammad. Commissioner for Home Affairs Ibrahim Layode urged Muslim faithful to shun practices that will deprive them from the blessings of Ramadan, embrace tolerance and love for all, regardless of religion. Prayers were offered for President Bola Tinubu, Governor Sanwo-Olu and the First Family, Deputy Governor and his family, the State Executive Council, the Speaker and Legislative Arm, Chief Judge and the Judiciary, Head of Service, the Public Service, and all Lagosians. The high point of the event was a recitation of the Holy Quran in Arabic and English. Lagos State Government has pledged to collaborate with the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, to strengthen telecom and digital economy for the benefit of residents. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu stated this when he received the delegation of the NCC led by its Executive Vice Chairman, Aminu Maida, at the Lagos House, Ikeja. The governor hinted that his administration has attracted a sum of $1.2 billion into the digital economy with a promise to collaborate with the NCC to grant its request to protect critical infrastructure and advancement of telecom and digital economy.
So we see a strategic partner, that we can evolve with your commission. We know how Lagos sits in the technology, map of our country and how critical it is, and we're not unmindful of why we have to also open up so that a lot more can be done and can be, achieved.
Earlier, the Executive Vice Chairman, Nigerian Communications Commission, Aminu Maida, who commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration for its developmental strides, noted that Lagos is a strategic partner, hence the need for collaboration to protect digital infrastructure, issues of right-of-way, adequate notifications during road construction and rehabilitation, among others.
I look at the economic benefits that digital infrastructure growth can provide, then I think there's a balance somewhere that can be met. And like I said, some of your colleagues have already taken that leap of faith, and I'm sure that future the history writers will judge us that this was the right decision to take now in terms of the current realities, because there's no future without digital, Your Excellency.
Maida said President Bola Tinubu in July 2024 signed an executive order to protect key infrastructure across the country. Lagos State Government has urged residents of Lagos Island to cooperate with the present administration in its commitments to ensuring urban regeneration, reconstruction, renewal, rehabilitation, and reconstruction of road projects and drainage channels in the area. Special Advisor to the Governor on Infrastructure, Olufemi Daramola, stated this at a stakeholders meeting of Idumagbo Avenue, Ojogiwa Oroyinyi, Moshalashi Okoya, Iga Idurongoron Street, and Adeniji Adele Road in Lagos Island local government area. Daramola said no fewer than 15 road projects would be embarked upon in collaboration with the Office of the Special Advisor on Enterprise Geographic Information Service, EGIS, on urban development, Olajide Babatunde, and relevant ministries in the state.
You can recall that Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration in the past has done okay for Takpa and a part of Adeniji Adele, which is in line with our Themes Plus agenda. However, we need to continue to improve our connectivity within the axis and most importantly, abate the issue of flood, regeneration as well. Government's good intentions towards improving the socioeconomic value of this area. So all we are asking for is maximum cooperation. Cooperation in all forms of it.
On his part, the Permanent Secretary, Office of Infrastructure, Lateef Shomide, said the stakeholders meeting was convened as part of the state government's efforts to foster inclusive governance in Lagos Island, which is a commercial center, as well as deflooding the area in line with the Themes Plus agenda of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration as works begin on the road project, which would have social impacts, reduce travel time, among other benefits. Also speaking, Permanent Secretary, Office of Drainage Service, Mahmood Adegbite, urged residents to cooperate with the state government to enhance the aesthetic value, improve the drainage channels, and ensure they have septic tanks in their houses and buy proper waste disposal. Stakeholders at the event urged the state government to build recreational centers in the axis, work more on removing illegal structures, ensure compliance of environmental laws, restating their support for the state government in its bid to make the area livable and conducive for residents. Justice Yetunde Prinhenro of the Lagos State High Court, Ikeja, has adjourned all pending applications in the lawsuits filed by former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, against the House to March 7. Obasa dragged the Assembly to court, challenging what he described as his unlawful removal from office. The lawsuit, filed on February 14, 2025, also names the current Speaker, Mojisola Miranda, as a defendant. Meanwhile, Speaker of the House, Mojisola Miranda, has condemned the alleged breaking into our office by the former Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, saying it is a serious issue. While speaking with journalists in the court premises in Ikeja, Miranda urged that the ongoing legal battle be allowed to run its course. Miranda said Obasa has a right to still make appearance in the Assembly complex as he is still part of the Lagos State House of Assembly. She reacted to Thursday's sitting presided over by the former Speaker.
To me, that was just a show of shame because in our job, we have numbers that form quorum. So if you are sitting with 3 or 4 members, you're only doing theater.
Also speaking, Chairman House Committee on Information, Security and Strategy, Stephen Ogundipe, reassured Lagosians that the Assembly remains committed to upholding the law and serving the people.
But just let's assure Lagosians that we are still committed to our party. We are still committed to our leadership. And we are still committed to serving the people of Lagos State. And that is what is more important. And we want to assure them that we are very law-abiding.
That was the chairman, Lagos State House of Assembly Committee on Information, Security and Strategy, Stephen Ogundipe. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has signed into law the 54.99 trillion naira 2025 appropriation bill. Tinubu signed the budget in the presence of principal officers of the National Assembly and other top government officials in a small ceremony in his office at the State House, Abuja. The bill was passed by the 2 chambers of the National Assembly after the president asked for an increase from the proposed 49.7 trillion naira. The budget aims to address key areas including security, infrastructure, education, and health, with an allocation of $200 million to mitigate the impact of recent U.S. health aid reductions. The 2025 budget is based on ambitious economic assumptions, including a crude oil production target of 2.06 million barrels per day at a benchmark price of $75 per barrel. The federal government has reiterated its commitment to global economic stability, sustainable development, and financial resilience. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, made his pledge during a meeting with international financial leaders at the G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting in Cape Town, South Africa. A statement from the Ministry of Finance said it engaged in discussions with global financial experts on key issues, including strengthening macroeconomic cooperation, mobilizing investments for sustainable growth, and enhancing financial support for developing economies. According to the statement, participation at the summit reflects Nigeria's proactive role in shaping global economic policies that promote inclusive prosperity and reinforce the country's position in the global economy. And now to foreign news. China has warned the United States of countermeasures after President Donald Trump announced imposing new tariffs on Chinese goods in response to the smuggling of fentanyl. China's Ministry of Commerce said Chinese laws on drugs were among the strictest in the world, and Washington was shifting the blame and shaking responsibility. The ministry urges the United States not to repeat its mistakes and to return to the correct path of resolving disputes through equal dialogue as soon as possible. Trump flagged an additional 10% duty on Chinese imports while announcing that his proposed 25% tariffs on Mexican and Canadian goods will go ahead on March 4 this year. Now sport. West Bromwich Albion manager Tony Mumbre says losing Nigeria's Semi Ajayi to another injury is a big setback for the club. Ajayi, who only returned from a previous injury, will be sidelined for several weeks after suffering a hamstring injury. The Nigerian international came off in the 41st minute of the Baggies 2-0 victory over Oxford United last weekend. Albion confirmed the centre-back's latest injury on Thursday and revealed it will now enter a period of rehabilitation. The 31-year-old has made 14 league appearances for West Brom this season. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, spill thrills but kills. Please do not drive beyond specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration provided 450,000 pupils with e-learning devices? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has urged residents of the state to live harmoniously irrespective of religious affiliation. President Bola Tinubu has signed into law the 54.99 trillion naira 2025 appropriation bill. We also told you that China has warned the United States of countermeasures after President Donald Trump announced imposing new tariffs on Chinese goods in response to the smuggling of fentanyl. And in sport, West Bromwich Albion manager Tony Mowbray has confirmed that losing Nigeria's Semi Ajayi to another injury is a big setback for the club. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Olowoporaku. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.